Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Chicago Pro Open women's events. So we've got bikini, wellness, fitness figure, women's physique, and women's bodybuilding. And this was a huge show with some awesome competitors. And I've taken the Masters results and made an entirely different video. It just would have been too long. So if you're looking for Masters, stay tuned. That'll be coming next. And of course, there are more recaps still to come your way. It's a crazy busy summer, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, so in the open divisions, in the Olympia qualification, it's the top 3 from last year who qualify. And then it's the winner of every competition going forward throughout the year. So nothing for 2nd through 5th. There's no points. There's no tiered system. It is just the winner in each category. So let's begin with pro women's bodybuilding. First place, Christina. 2nd, Jessica. 3rd, Melissa. 4th, Kina. And 5th, Wendy. So here's Wendy in 5th place. We just saw her at the Atlanta Pro. She got 2nd in 40 plus, and this is awesome. In the open division, she's amazing. I love her suit. I love her curly hair. I think her posing looks really good. It makes her waist look nice and small. She's got a super impressive lat. I love how curved it is. Nice definition coming through in the biceps. Some good definition in the quad as well. You're getting a nice view of the sweep of this back leg. At first, I thought that her leg looked smaller, but then I realized it's just the shadow. The lighting is kind of reducing some of what we're seeing. So it's kind of a reminder that the pictures don't always say everything, and definitely being there in person makes a difference. But using the photos, comparing to last time, I think she looks really fabulous. Certainly in this lineup, she could have more size on her legs. I think she could be bigger. More sweep, more roundness, more fullness, but overall, I think she looks really good. Okay, next is Kira in 4th place. Stunning, beautiful shape in her legs, and the conditioning is gnarly. I love it. You're seeing so much detail. The lines, the shapes, the quads are so beautifully outlined. I'm loving how curved the inner thigh is. She's got a lot of muscle in here and great detail coming up the thigh as well. The sweeps look awesome, really good. It just curvy, lots of roundness, and I think it looks fabulous. Beautiful ab definition. Her suit is gorgeous. It's a great color. It's a great fit. I love how high the edges come up. Nice lats, beautiful arms, although I do think she could have even more bicep. That seems like a minor thing, but I just feel like she could have even more, just a little tiny bit. But overall, she looks really beautiful. Great skin, great color, great posing. All right, next and 3rd is Melissa. Oh my gosh. I hardly recognized her. She's changed her hair. It's a new look. She looks amazing. Her skin is perfect. I love the color of her tan. You're really getting a great view of her legs, the muscles. Gorgeous. And this pose is super flattering on her. You definitely see that X frame really clearly. She's got amazing lats. Fabulous size to her legs, really good symmetry also. The quads just look like mirror images of each other. Great X, beautiful V-taper. She's got some nice definition of the abs, so I do wish that was a little bit sharper and crisper and easier to see, like the distinct six-pack muscles. But still, I think she looks amazing. This is so cool to see her in women's bodybuilding. And I don't typically talk about anything beyond the top 5. It's those top 5 places that really used to matter a lot in terms of the point system. But I had to just show you the transformation, because last year she got 8th at Olympia in women's physique. And here she is now as women's bodybuilding. And I think this is a great place for her. She looks amazing. She's got the size. She's awesome. Okay, here in second place is Jessica. Absolutely phenomenal shape. Her V-taper, the X, is so visible. Very wide up top, tiny waist, and very beautifully wide on the bottom. I think she's got great balance between the size of the legs and the size of her upper body. Really nice curvy outline. Her waist is so small and trim, beautiful ab definition. I'm loving her lats. I think she's got great detail coming through in the legs. It'd be nice if we could see a little bit more of like the glossy shininess on the leg muscles and pull out a little bit more of the detail coming up into the leg. But I think overall she's got such a great look. I love the red lip with the red suit. And I think her posing is really good too. You get a great view of the quad on both legs and definitely accentuating that X shape with the tiny waist. So she looks amazing. And now Christina in first place. Absolutely gorgeous. I love her makeup. I love her hair being up off her shoulders. You get such a good view of her arms. I adore this amount of muscle in the arms themselves. She's got great curvy arms, nice lats, an amazing smooth flat stomach with so much definition and detail. The six-pack is so clearly visible. Unbelievable legs, like the size, the curves, the detail, that gorgeous glossiness really is highlighting the peaks of the quad muscles, and she's got great definition coming all the way up her leg. I think she looks really fabulous. Beautiful overall shape, that great X, the V-taper is really nice. I definitely notice like my eyes going from her elbows down her suit and then right back up. The styling, the fit of the suit, the way she's posing, it's just perfect. She looks fabulous. Okay, so here's the side-by-side, some amazing legs on these women, but I'm definitely drawn to Christina because of her abs. I think her tan looks really good. It's a great color. I think Kira beside her could be darker. I notice Melissa's legs. Jessica has some fantastic curve. But Christina, I just think she looks really polished. She's got great balance. Beautiful overall look. Wendy, definitely a little bit more size. Man, the waistlines on these two in particular is so small. And now from behind, I definitely see a gorgeous amount of detail and fullness in Christina's hamstrings. I think that sets her a little bit apart just with how bubbly and round and the thick the hamstrings are. She also has really nice glutes. They're very full on the top part of the glute, and they just seem to be really pumped. Kira, for example, has a little bit more of that striated look, very hard, whereas Christina has a bit more of that roundness and fullness. Some very beautiful small waists, very large lats, beautiful V-taper on Jessica. I think Melissa has some great quad sweeps. Wendy, beautiful detail in her back, up by her shoulders. Kira, I think, has that nice overall shape. You definitely see the sweep in the legs. But Christina just looks so polished, beautiful balance. I love the delts. I love how 3D the muscles are in her arms, and those glutes really take it to another level for me. So a gorgeous top 5 for sure. What a way to start the show. And in terms of Olympia, there she is, qualified. Okay, open fitness. In first place, Jody. Second, Noemi. Third, Sarah. Fourth, Annalise. And fifth, Anna. And if you take a little bit of a closer look at the scorecard, you'll see it was Noemi who got first in the physique round, and then Jody got first in the routine. And that was enough, because routine is worth more. That was enough to put Jody into first place. So cool. Okay, so here's Anna in 5th, and she looks beautiful. Great delts, gorgeous size. She looks tall, she looks muscular. She's got a really nice silhouette, beautiful fullness and curve to her glute. She's got some nice definition in the quads. I love this groove in her hip in particular. A good amount of ab detail coming through. I do think the definition could have been a little more, like to have a bit more of the muscles of the quads showing. Maybe a bit more detail on the sideways lines, the horizontal lines of the abs, but still I think she's got a really great overall muscle, amount of muscle, beautiful posing, nice shape. She looks great, and a gorgeous suit. And I got this picture to show you of her outfit for her routine, and I saw here that it was her pro debut, so that is extremely impressive. Very well done. Next in 4th is Annalise, who I think looks so stunning. She's like a model. She's so pretty, beautiful colors, the dark hair. This suit is absolutely gorgeous. I love the black outline. I like how she has black on the straps of the side. Like, it's just a beautiful suit, and she looks gorgeous. I think her conditioning looked even better than it did at Atlanta. You have more detail coming through in her legs. This groove in her hip is really deep. I just think you have such a beautiful look at the muscles here. You definitely see more definition. She's got a tiny waist, a great V taper, a lot of size and width to her upper body, posing beautifully to show off the curve of her back. The leg looks long and elegant. I think she looks just stunning. And there is a look at her routine. Okay, in 3rd place, Sarah. You'll remember her. She just won at the Vancouver Pro. She was top 5 at Olympia in 4th place. And I can't get over how good she looks. And in particular, I think her shoulders look amazing. When you see this size, the beautiful outlining, and you compare it to Olympia, I think she's made some beautiful changes. A lot of progress. She's been working hard. Nice size in her arms. You've got a great outline, a good shape, beautiful definition to the obliques. I think she could have a little more definition coming through in the quads. She's got nice shape, but you're kind of missing some of those finer lines. But still, I'm loving the overall balance with her upper and her lower body, and I think the posing is very flattering. This is a good angle because we're not having the hand over top of the glute. It all just comes down to where the photographer is and how she's angling her body. But I think this photo is taken at just the right moment, and we get a really great shape. And there's a look at her routine outfit. All right, next in 2nd place is Noemi, and you'll remember she got 1st in the physique round, so she did amazing. Beautiful abs. I love that you've got some nice sweep to the quads and a little bit of that definition coming through, particularly down by her kneecaps. Nice fullness in her glutes. Mostly it's the abs that catch my eye, honestly. She's got great definition. She's muscular and yet has a very small waistline. Beautiful lat spread, extremely wide. I think she could have a bit more curve and roundness to the top of the shoulders, but otherwise I think she's got a beautiful way of posing, really shows off her physique, and she's doing amazing. And there's a look at her routine. And now in 1st place is Jody. So I saw her in person at the Toronto Pro when she got 3rd place in figure. So this was really cool to see her doing so well in the fitness category. She clearly has an amazing physique, gorgeous delts, a lot of size in her lats. Her whole upper body is extremely muscular, beautiful muscles in her arms, tiny, tiny waist, and a gorgeous glute and leg. Like, she just has a fabulous physique, clearly, if she can do so well in figure. Beautiful definition in the legs. You got a lot of detail coming through. The glute looks like it's completely outlined. I wouldn't mind a bit more of the ab definition, but overall, her shape, the amount of muscle is gorgeous. Love her suit. I love this signature hairdo with one side behind the ear. She's stunning. She looks so good. And there's a look at her routine. You definitely can tell just how muscular she is. Those delts are crazy. Okay, so here's a look at the lineup. Now remember, at the end of the day, it was Noemi who was in first place in this particular part of the judging, and she looks amazing. Great abs, beautiful sweep to the legs. She's got some good overall tone and nice definition. I think Annalise is perhaps bending the knees more than she needs to. It's creating a bit of a space here that I'm noticing, whereas the other girls have their legs a little more close together. Jody for sure has some crazy amount of muscle, particularly in the delts and lats. Anna, I think, looks amazing. Super great definition coming in this picture in her abs. Really great lats. But I do think she could have a bit more of the detail coming through, in the separating the delts, a bit more in the legs. Sarah's definition looks crazy in this picture. Just gorgeous detail coming through and nice overall shape. But to me, Jody definitely looks kind of on another level. She's got a lot of size. The V-taper is very clear, but Noemi has a tiny waist and such good ab definition. So it's very cool. And then from behind, I definitely notice all of the mass and width on Jody, but I think Sarah has a really impressive V-taper as well. Noemi, noticing those beautiful quad sweeps and her tiny waist. Annalise, I think, has a great, very tiny waist as well. Anna, I think, gorgeous delts, but definitely could have used a bit more conditioning to show the tie-in, maybe a bit more hamstring. But overall, a super impressive top 5. And there she is, qualified for Olympia. Okay, open figure. In first place, Autumn. Second, Adela. Third, Shanice. Fourth, Edith. And fifth, Danielle. And you'll see it was very close in the scores between fourth and fifth place. Super exciting. Okay, so here's Danielle in fifth, and wow, is she ever impressive? She's got so much size. Her legs are huge, her lats are huge, her delts are huge, and the conditioning is amazing. You have such a good amount of detail coming through. She's got that 3D popping quality. However, I do think there was a bit more of that pop at the New York Pro, whether it was just the tan or the lighting or that little bit more glossiness that she seems to have. I feel that you don't quite have that same sheen and that same degree of 3D in the legs as you did in this photo. But a beautiful amount of definition in her abs, great overall silhouette. I think she's amazing. I love this suit. All of her suits are beautiful, but the color of this one looks absolutely gorgeous with her tan. So I think she was amazing. A fabulous fifth place. Next in fourth was Edith. Beautiful V-taper. Those delts are so high, really curve up above her clavicle. Nice balance with the lats. Tiny waist with really good definition coming through in her abs. I'm loving the gloss, the shine. It's just drawing your attention to her midsection and that beautiful V shape. She's got a nice sweep. Great detail in the quads themselves, but I do think she could have a little more size up at the top part of the quad up here. It's showing off actually quite nicely on this leg, but I feel on this leg she could have just a little bit more of the curve. That could just be, where she's angling herself to be in front of the judges and the photographer is just a little bit more to the side. I don't know. Maybe this toe could just turn out a little bit more and that would show off a bit more of the curve. Either way, I think she could have just a bit more size in the legs. But overall, her silhouette is really beautiful. And she's got all kinds of beautiful details. The nail polish, the jewelry, the makeup, definitely coordinating and looking fabulous. Okay, next and third is Shanice. She has such a crazy shape. The lats and the shoulders are so wide, and then her stomach is so long and flat and smooth and beautiful definition. I think her conditioning looks even better than it did at Atlanta. Her waist looks smaller. Her leg muscles are so defined and easy to see. The gloss and sheen is perfect to really show off those quads. The abs are so visible, and man, her waistline is smooth and tiny and beautiful. You can even see the glutes from the front. She's incredible. An amazing shape, gorgeous silhouette. The V-taper is just awesome. I think she looks amazing. It was a big improvement in the conditioning from Atlanta and a great placing for her. All right, next and second is Adela. She wasn't quite in the pose in this photo, but you can still see she has an amazingly tiny waistline, so trim, beautiful lats. She's got a fabulous V-taper. This photo is not particularly flattering to the shape of her delts, but you can see them from just a weekend before the Atlanta Pro, and absolutely beautiful shape and size. She's got nice conditioning in the legs, good roundness to the inner thigh, nice roundness to the outer thigh, but I do think she could have even more size, a little bit more roundness to the quads, and if she could get even more size in the upper body, I think her waist would look so extremely tiny, and it would be one of those really exaggerated, crazy X frames. But clearly she's going to Olympia. She's got all the right ingredients for a figure athlete. She looks beautiful. She's got gorgeous suit, lovely posing, beautiful hair and makeup, and I think she's awesome. All right, next is Autumn in first place. This is so exciting. She looks incredible. Her conditioning is awesome. So much detail coming through in the legs. You've got a really clearly defined six-pack. Their obliques look fabulous. I'm loving her width and just the amount of muscle in her upper body. She just looks really solid. The posing is super confident. She doesn't take a bad picture. She always looks good. Great hair. It's bright. It's off her face. It's face framing. Beautiful makeup. The suit is a gorgeous color. It looks great with the backdrop too. Her tan is perfect, but mostly what catches my eye is the legs and just that gorgeous detail all the way up her thigh. Nice balance, upper to lower, beautiful silhouette. She's gorgeous. Okay, so here's the top 5 side by side. I definitely noticed the small waist on Adela. Her V-taper looks great, but then when I see Autumn beside her, I see a bit more of that roundness and fullness in the legs, and I can see why Autumn did so well. Shanice, wow, crazy shape, gorgeous lat spread, very large legs, but Autumn to me had something a bit special just with her balance, with the smoothness, and that silhouette is really beautiful. Danielle, a lot of size in the legs, a lot of size in the upper body as well. Edith, I think, had some beautiful conditioning but could have had more size in the legs. It is a fabulous top 5. And from behind, I think Autumn looks amazing. She's got great delts, beautiful detail coming through in her back. Her glutes look really firm, really solid, really rounded, but not overly lean. I think Danielle has some striations showing, not quite as trim in the waist as Autumn. Adela also has a beautiful overall silhouette from behind, but I'm definitely liking Autumn's glutes and just that fullness and roundness in her legs. Overall, a beautiful top 5. Everybody looks incredible, but this was a great one for Autumn. And in terms of Olympia, there she is, qualified. Moving on to Pro Bikini. In first place, Savannah. Second, Lizzie. Third, Adair. Fourth, Ashley. And fifth, Ketieska. And the scores were very even all the way through. All right, here's Katieska in 5th place. Actually, going through the pictures, I believe that this is the evening show because her hair is straight and there were some other pictures where the hair was curly. So I think she did a bit of a change in between and the straight looked beautiful. I loved it. I think it really complemented her physique, particularly in the back pose. She's got a unique colored suit. You don't often see gold, but it looks very nice on her. She's got great skin, beautiful tan, nice detail coming through in her obliques. I think she could have a bit more shoulder, honestly, a bit more of that roundness and fullness, a bit more size. But overall, she's got a nice hourglass shape, good glute, and beautiful legs. I love the hamstrings in particular and this nice line coming down her quad. Next in 4th is Ashley. She looks amazing. What a great pose she has. She definitely pops her glute and creates the most amazing hourglass shape. She's got that gorgeous back bend and she looks awesome. Very nice balance between the upper and the lower. Like her shoulder and her glute are in such a great line. Beautiful detail. The definition is crazy. She's got the line all the way. My eye kind of goes right from her oblique down her quad. Great hamstrings. When I look at her side by side, I definitely feel like the leg in the back is losing some of its fullness. You definitely have a bit more of that lump, that curve, and a bit more detail coming through. And it doesn't look quite the same as it did before. However, I think overall her shape is gorgeous and she's still nailing it. Another top 5 finish. Okay, next in 3rd place is Adair. Beautiful as ever. I saw her in person at the Toronto show. I was in the audience and man, she is beautiful. She's got some crazy size in her glutes, beautiful size in the upper body as well. She's also got some great balance and an extremely small waist. She poses really well to accentuate the oblique and show off the definition in her quad. I do think, again, show to show, she's losing some of that fullness, particularly in the delt. Like when I look way back at Toronto, which feels like a lifetime ago, there's a lot more roundness and kind of more of a puffed up appearance to the upper body, and I feel like that's kind of gone down a little bit, but still that overall shape, the tininess of her waist, that beautiful size on the glute, they all look great to me, and amazing detail coming through on her legs. Overall, a great 3rd place, but wow, she's something else. Okay, next in 2nd is Lizzie. Absolutely gorgeous. I love seeing her in the top 5 with her dark hair, this beautiful suit. She just looks stunning. She's got great definition at this show. I think, whether it was the lighting, whether it was the tan, I don't know. I think you get a lot of detail coming through on her hip. Beautiful line down by her quad. And she's done something crazy beautifully with the posing or just with the way she's holding her hip, because I think her glute looks so round and full, whereas here it was more of a dip. Here I'm seeing just pure curve. Looks amazing. Beautiful midsection, very small waist, great hourglass, nice fullness to the delt. Just, I think overall her silhouette looks really good, but mostly it's this shape of the glute that's catching my eye. She did an amazing job. And then in 1st place is Savannah. Stunning. The conditioning is definitely dialed in a little tighter than in Atlanta. You're seeing more detail in her quad. This line is so visible and clear in this front leg. A bit more detail coming through in the back leg. Her waist looks so small, beautiful. The posing is so perfect. I like where she's got her hand. I think the arm being a little bit more out to the side is really flattering to her shoulder. She might not have been quite in the pose yet in this picture, but you can see she's got beautiful delts, great definition, and just the hourglass is stunning. I love her conditioning. She looked so good. And the red suit with the red lip is perfect. Okay, so here's the side by side. I definitely noticed Adair. Her glute looks so good. Lizzie, I noticed the delt, and she's just a little bit taller. She's got this beautiful stature. She's holding herself very beautifully. Great detail right here in her hip. Love the curve. Ashley, I think, has a beautiful shape to the back of her leg in particular, her hamstrings. Katieska, fabulous abs. That's the first thing I noticed. And then Savannah, just this overall beautiful silhouette. Great delts. They look full. They look large. Nice lats. Nice detail coming through in her side. And that glute is so round and beautifully balanced with her legs. And from behind, I think you notice Savannah has some really nice tie-ins, very easy to see the outside edge as well as the inside. She's got good roundness and fullness in the legs, but I definitely very clearly see the hourglass shape and the V taper on her upper body. She's got this fullness in the shoulders, the width, and a really small narrowing in of her waist. I see that better on her than anybody else in this lineup. So definitely a beautiful win for Savannah. Everybody looked amazing, of course, but a very good first place for her. And in terms of Olympia, there she is. Okay, women's physique. In first place, Danielle. Second, Nadia. Third, Marie. Fourth, Justina. And fifth, Natalie. So here's Natalie in fifth place. Amazing definition, beautiful glute. I think she's got some good detail coming through. She's got nice abs, nice lat. She's got good balance between the upper and the lower. I think the tan could be a bit darker and she could have more of that gloss to pull out some of the muscle definition. The arms are not looking quite as pumped as it could if there was a bit more of that sheen. But still, I think overall she looks really good. It's a nice pose, beautiful small waist, and a great X frame. Next is Justina in fourth. Stunning. She looks so good. She's got great definition. Her legs are so detailed. Crazy amount of lines. I love how visible this line is up her leg. Tiny midsection. The suit fits her so well. And a beautiful color, of course. Great V-taper. Just overall, she's got an awesome shape. I do think, though, that she could have more size in the delts, but also in the legs, particularly the inside of the leg, just to really have that massive muscular look. But still, gorgeous conditioning and a great overall silhouette. Next and third is Marie. Now here we have a little bit more size, and she still maintains that great X shape. Awesome balance, beautiful curves to the sweep of the quads, nice detail coming through in particularly down by the kneecap, some good fullness. Though I do think the definition could have been even sharper so the lines were easier to see coming up the leg. She's got great detail in her abs, very deep groove, nice lats, beautiful width to her upper body. The suit is gorgeous. I love that her hair is up off her face so that you definitely see that upper body easily. The delts are unobstructed. Nice makeup. Just overall gorgeous. I'm loving the size, loving the amount of muscle. Okay, next and second is Nadia. Wow, her legs are amazing. First thing I noticed was the sweep of her quads. You see this gorgeous lump of muscle here. Very round, very full, great overall silhouette. I think she could have more curve in the lat, more size to balance with the legs a little bit more. But overall, a really nice shape, beautiful fit of her suit. It comes up nice and high. I think that accentuates how small her waist is. Conditioning wise, I think the lines could be a bit sharper, a bit more of that striated look. But still, she's got good definition and good fullness and roundness. beautiful. I think she looks amazing. And I love the amount of size in her arms as well. Now in first place is Danielle. Oh my gosh, she looks stunning. I love her suit. The colors are so vibrant and pretty. It's a gorgeous color combination. I think she's got fantastic size in the legs in particular, but also her shoulders look amazing. Really nice delts, great size, great height, great roundness, beautiful balance with the muscles in her arms. But then she also has really good definition. The muscles are so easily seen. It's like they're completely outlined, particularly down by the kneecap, but beautiful curves all the way through in the inside leg, the outside sweep, tiny waist, very flat, very smooth, great definition. I just think she looks stunning. And a huge smile. She just looks vibrant. The tan is nice and dark, and she's got lots of good shine and gloss to really show off that 3D quality of the muscles. Like even her calves are glowing. She looks beautiful. And then in the lineup side by side, gorgeous, amazing size on the legs of Nadia and Marie. Danielle, I notice her small waist, and her V taper looks really good. Justina, I think, has fabulous conditioning, but again, I think she could have a bit more size, even in the lats. Natalie, I didn't have her in the exact same pose, but you can see she's got beautiful glutes, great size, good V taper as well. But Danielle definitely had she's more petite. She's not quite as big, but beautiful overall silhouette. And then from behind, Danielle really solidifies it here. I think her glutes are on another level. She's got a great outline, really good detail in her hamstrings. Nobody else is showing the hamstrings as clearly as she is. Very small waist and good 3D definition and pop to the muscles in her back. I think Nadia also has that 3D quality. She's got some good fullness, nice roundness to the legs, but Danielle definitely has a bit more of the detail coming through. Beautiful overall shape. It's a gorgeous top 5. And in terms of Olympia, there she is, qualified. All right. Pro Open Wellness. In first place, Danae. Second, Amy. Third, Daniela. Fourth, Quintasia. And fifth, Maria. Very close between fifth and fourth place. 1 point. So here's Maria in fifth place, and I have to say, she looks stunning. Beautiful red lip, red suit. Her smile is so white, beautiful teeth. But man, her conditioning is definitely leveled up than at the Atlanta show. You're seeing a lot more detail coming through in her legs. The quads look fabulous. The groove here in her hip outlining the front of where the glute and the just absolutely beautiful. Great definition. And the abs look amazing. And I think she just looks more trim. Her waistline looks smaller. Everything looks just a level up from last time. Beautiful overall silhouette. I like that her hair is to the back so you can have a great view of her delts. She's amazing. All right, next in fourth, Quintasia. Gorgeous. I love the glossiness. Her quads are just shining. Beautiful definition, nice size. She's got amazing hamstrings and a really nice round shape to the glute. I think she could have a little bit more of a curve and a difference where the glute and the hamstring come together. So if she could get this area here either to be bigger or just to pop it in a way that shows a little bit more of a curve. But still, overall, I think she's got a great shape, very small waist. She's posing beautifully to show off the back and that S curve. She's got nice detail coming through in the quads. And I love her curly hair, and the suit is beautiful. So overall, a gorgeous fourth place. Next and third is Danielle. Amazing size. Her quads are so bubbly, particularly on this back leg. Great definition coming through in the front of the quad. The groove here on her hip is amazing. The size is quite fabulous in her glute. She's got this like a an arch where the back just keeps going, and then the curve is very prominent on this part of her glute. It's beautiful, a gorgeous shape. She looks very muscular. She's got a lot of muscle in the upper body. She's got that V, that triangular shape for sure. Very small waist, but a nice amount of size in the lats and upper body. I think she could pose a little bit more facing the front. Keep the legs how they are, keep the stomach where it is, but bring the shoulders a bit more twisted out, and that would allow you to see a bit more of this back delt and just open up the chest a bit and open up the upper body. But overall, beautiful. Great makeup, gorgeous suit. She's amazing. All right, next and second is Amy. That's exactly what I meant about pulling the upper body a bit more forward. It just lets the shoulders come out. You get such a beautiful view of the back and that S curve, and I think she's stunning. A tiny waist, great obliques, amazing size in her glutes, and I'm loving all of this detail. Her conditioning is really good. You've got the groove coming down. You've got some gorgeous separation here where you're getting a nice look at her hamstrings. I think she's got a good amount of detail coming through on the back leg. But I do think she could have more size to the quads. If she could get a bit more roundness here in the sweep and a little bit more curve here, I think that would be amazing. But her hamstrings are awesome and a great curve where the glute and hamstring come together. I love her lipstick. It coordinates perfectly with her suit, and I think she looks beautiful. Next is Danae. First place. She is stunning. The red lip is gorgeous. She looks so cool and calm and just fierce. The red suit coordinates perfectly. The dark, long, straight hair, it's severe and such a contrast to all of her curves and all of the roundness in her shapes of her body and her muscles. So I love the contradiction with the hair. It's beautiful. She has amazing size in the lats and the shoulders and such a small waist, but it's that lower body that really catches your attention. Beautiful size to the quads, great definition. The detail is really good by the kneecap, but also up higher by her suit, and she's posing so well to really show off the sweep of the legs. I think she looks amazing. Great size, beautiful posing. Okay, so here's a look at everyone side by side. You can't help but notice Danae and just how large her glute is and the curve to the front of her quad. Looks fabulous. The back leg is so big, so full. I think Quintasia needs more size on this back leg. Amy could have a bit more curve in the legs. These three girls here, I think, definitely do a good job with the posing. Their knees are a little bit more towards the front, whereas I think these two are the knee more to the side. And so having the knee rotated inwards definitely makes this back leg very beautifully flattered. Gorgeous shape overall, but I definitely see the lat on Danae, and she just has this stunning silhouette. And then from behind, clearly Danae, she's got the quad sweep, she's got the glute ham tie-ins, her glutes look really long, so they've got the fullness here, but they just keep going all the way down. Beautiful definition, and her waist looks so small. I think both Danae and Daniela and Maria, honestly, could have a little bit less hair. And I like the shape of Amy's hair. I think it's more flattering to the waistline to have it a bit of a V. Quintasia, I think, could have a bit more hair just to have be in line a bit more with the rest and cover a bit more of the back. But overall, what a top 5. And there she is, qualified for Olympia. Okay, guys, that's it for this recap. I've got the Masters one coming up next. And of course, we had 2 more shows this weekend, the Tampa Pro and the Excalibur Pro. So make sure you subscribe. I'll be back with those recaps as soon as I can. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment your thoughts below and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.